Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of History Hobo Plays TimeGuessr, where I play TimeGuessr daily challenges. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy the videos. Let's get into the game. Okay, here we go. Here we have Boris Johnson. That's John Kerry, I believe, as well. They look familiar, but I'm not sure. So where are we? This doesn't look like England. This definitely looks more American, just looking at the buildings here. Whereabouts? It's not New York. Skyline's not big enough. Could this be Boston Harbor? Seems familiar. This building seems familiar. Must have seen it on a TV show or something like that. Is there anywhere else it could be? Don't think we're in Detroit or Chicago. It wouldn't look like this. This is definitely some kind of harbor because of the narrowness of it here. Can't really see any unique identifiers. That bridge is quite unique though, so we might be able to look for that in Boston if it is correct. Just to confirm it. Is there any names on any of the buildings? Not seeing any. There's one up there, but I can't read it. No. Let's have a look in Boston and see if we can see that weird bridge there. Just know that this harbour feels like it could be in here. Yeah, this area. Not sure exactly. We have a few bridges. Let's have a look and see if we can see one that looks like that. How does it look? It's kind of reddish brown colour. Wondering it's a turning bridge or something to let ships through, because it seems quite low. Or is it a train track? Could it be them? No, it doesn't seem like that. Where would the main area be? Could it be up here? Could be this. This looks like something that turns. We see the pillars here. And I think I see like a kind of pillar-y thing that goes under it. Yeah, like that. So that could be right. Where are the big buildings though? Can't see where their main skyline entrance is. Maybe it's not that one. It's hard to, oh, here's the big downtown area. Is there a building with a circle on the top here? Oh yes. That could be this. Oh, it's this bridge here. Yeah, it is a turning bridge. That's the one. Yeah. So I was right, it is Boston. So we're on a boat, I believe. Yeah, it looks like the prow of a ship or some kind of boat. We're near, possibly, is this the land that we can see to our left, this curved bit? Yeah, there are the poles. So we can't be too far off this, around here somewhere. Maybe a little bit closer. I don't know how close in we are, but we can see the curve of it, so that would be about right just to see this bridge here. Maybe a little bit further back. Okay, so was this when Boris Johnson was the mayor of London or when it was Prime Minister? Strangely, I can't actually remember when he became Prime Minister of the UK because I didn't live in the country at the time and I paid no attention to it. But he was the mayor of London prior to that. John Kerry was around. We had a round with John Kerry when he was in Beijing. It was around 2016-ish, and I think that's probably fits when Boris Johnson was the mayor of London. He's got a phone out here, just either a 2-camera or 1-camera. It's an iPhone, obviously. That would kind of fit with that year. So let's go 2016, I think. Seems like a nice year. Let's go for it. Oh, bang on. And we were 120 meters away. Damn it. So we were a little bit further out. Makes sense. So United States Secretary of State John Kerry showing European leaders something on his phone during the summit of Boston, Massachusetts. Okay, so these are the European leaders. I'm not entirely sure which ones. Okay. Okay, we have some Cyrillic. Don't immediately recognize any place names. No Moscow or Kiev written here. What about the train? The train often has the written. Ah, that's Kiev. Okay, so we're probably in Kiev. Yeah, I think that works nicely. Train station. I would say actually it couldn't really be Moscow. The train station in Moscow would be far larger than this too. But yeah, so Kiev train station. I don't know where the train station is, but we might be able to find it. If the train tracks are marked, here's some train tracks. Don't know where they terminate. Is this a station? Yeah, see, we can see Kiev here written in Cyrillic, so I can recognize that pretty quickly now. They don't really look like big stations though. Normally you'd have multiple tracks running into a big train station. Is this the train station? Let's have a look. Yeah, this looks much more like a train station. Wondering if it's got the same architecture, or whether it's been rebuilt since this time. Can't really tell from above, but I think we'll go here. Now, what year would this be? Really difficult dating. Russia, Ukraine, Eastern Europe in this era of picture. Looking at haircuts, this kind of shorter side cuts. I don't think we're as late on as the 70s. Just looking at the clothes, they feel earlier. Thinking late 50s, early 60s possibly. These kind of hats. Let's think I'll go late 50s here. Not super sure. Definitely when it's part of the USSR there. Yeah, I think we'll go 59 on that one. Oh, it was 61, damn it. And we're at the wrong train station. Oh, it's up here. So it was the smaller one I was looking at earlier, I think, yes. That was dumb. Okay, but still a decent score. Okay, is that the England football team? Yes, it is the England football team. It's a pretty old team. This is the World Cup winning team. Oh, there's one of the... Which Charlton was it? Is it Bobby Charlton? You know his tail from the comb over haircut. I don't really know all the names of the players, but Bobby Charlton was pretty famous into his later years as well. Although this is not Wembley Stadium, so this isn't the year they won the World Cup. Do they have a star on their badge? I can't really make it out. I'm not sure whether that's something they brought on later though, so I don't know. Maybe it isn't something that they were doing at that time. Because if they'd had a star, that would have mean it would have been after the world, after 66. It does say Mexico here. Mexico's 7 up. Also says Canada though. Although I don't think this is Canada either. Do we have Gesto Sierra? Yeah, it sounds Spanish, so Mexico kind of works. Bacardi, Ronde Tropico, yeah, it's definitely Spanish. So, did Mexico hold the World Cup after the UK in 1970? I don't know my World Cup locations anywhere near well enough. Sounds familiar though. And having Mexico just written right here makes sense. I don't recognize the stadium either, but I think Mexico City must have a big stadium like this. Finding it though will be a challenge. Looking at the size of the city, whether it's even still there or whether it's been replaced, I don't know. It's a very odd earthworks there. This might take a bit of searching. I'll give it a go though, as I'm on a pretty good score. There's a stadium here, but that can't be it because that's open air. There's another stadium here. So what stadium is this? Is this the National Stadium? Coca-Cola Lounge? Estadio Azteca? Possibly. This definitely could be it. Let's look at the satellite view again. We have two tiers here. These along here could be these kind of separations here. Yeah, we're near the center line. One side or the other. I'm just going to go bang in the center because we can't be too far away if this is the correct stadium. And I'm going to go 1970. I'm just going to have a quick look around just to make sure I'm not missing any obvious World Cup signs, though, that actually say the year. Just, it'd be silly if I missed that. No, I don't really see any. Okay, let's go for that. Oh, yes, bang on. Oh, the wrong stadium, though. England... Oh, so it's not the final. I assume that's why. They probably had the final in that stadium. So the England team lined up before a Group C match during that's incorrect, 1970 World Cup in Mexico. So where was it then? It's actually in Zapopan. Never heard of Zapopan. Okay, it's a shame. 463 kilometers away. Mexico's a big country, so you lose quite a few points. Okay, we were clearly suffragette movement here. Women's suffrage, yep. That output is around 1912 to 13 normally, which kind of fits with these outfits. I think I'll say 1912. Now where? So we have intelligence knows no gender, Ohio, the next. So they're protesting something in that. In Colorado, better conditions obtained since women's vote. So we're not in Colorado. California women can protect the home and children. In Wyoming, women vote. Okay, votes for yes. Votes for women, vote yes. On Amendment 23 tomorrow. So this is an upcoming vote. And by the way it's worded, Ohio is the place that we would be. See, not in Ohio. Yeah. So, where in Ohio? Let's see. Lucas, does it say up here? No. The Wolverine block. Interesting. Right, what options have we got in Ohio? Cleveland. Columbus. Columbus would be the obvious choice. Does it look like Columbus though? Are there any other names of cities that are in here? Not really. I don't see any. So Columbus is probably going to be the best guess. Yeah. Don't know what the state capital of Ohio is. I thought it was Columbus. And you'd think this kind of vote would take place in the state capital. So let's go for Columbus. No, it's not Columbus, but it's 1912. That's a nice year, I guess. Members of the Toledo Women's Suffrage Association protesting on the right to vote. Ohio ratified the 19th Amendment, allowing women to vote in 1919, becoming the 5th state to do so. So is this just a random women's group in Toledo? It's nothing to do with the capital. I don't know how you'd get that. I did not see anything mentioning Toledo. I probably wouldn't have recognized it as being in Ohio, to be honest. It's not. I've heard of it, but didn't know it was in Ohio. Okay, last round. Hill in the background. This looks like Wellington to me. I've seen it so many times here with these awnings over buildings. We are driving on the left, which fits for Wellington. We have a tram, which fits for Wellington. Any flags, just to be sure? No, I can't see any. Any mention of it? Traveling shoe salesman, no. Department for certain. Newtown, Lyle Bay. Yeah, it's Wellington. I remember these place names. I've seen them before. Miramar, the car destinations. You see this quite regularly at this time in Wellington. So whereabouts we are, destinations, probably fairly central. I always try and line it up and I always fail in Wellington. But yeah, I think I'm just going to plonk it in the middle, to be honest, because it's usually around this region. We'll go, I know the hills are this direction. We're usually either looking this way or we're looking this way. So I'll just go here, say we're looking this way. Then it kind of covers both sides of it a little bit. Shouldn't lose too many points. The years. Sometimes I find that Wellington and New Zealand in general, the cars look a bit older for the year. So looking at these, they look like early 20s cars, so I might guess a little later than that. Not into the 30s though, but I've seen cars like this into like the late 20s in Wellington or in New Zealand in general. So I think I will go 26 or maybe a little later. We'll go up to 28. I might regret that. Oh, it's bang on 28, and we were pretty close. A view down a street in Wellington, New Zealand during the late 20s. Yeah, these cars, they tend to be a bit misleading, but just add a little bit of time on. Suppose I should have looked at the hats too. These women's hats, pretty classic 20s hats. Okay, good score, 48,019 points. Okay, let's have a look at the breakdown. There's a couple of locations let me down there, but some excellent year guesses. 4 perfect year guesses there. Just the one in Kiev off there by 2 years. So I've been struggling over the past few days with my year guesses, and I got lucky with that round for sure. Okay, first round, Boston. Perfect year. That's nice. Then 2 years off in Kiev, wrong train station as well. That was silly. I could have scored higher there. Then this one, the Mexico one, I got the right year, but no idea that it was going to be up here. That's never going to get that. And then which one was this one? Oh, the women's suffrage. If you knew it was Toledo, well done. I wouldn't have no idea on that one. Great year guess though. Women's suffrage tends to be in that region. And then, yeah, Wellington. I recognize it now because I've seen the hills so much. So let's see, we were on this street. That makes a lot of sense, that street, because it's looking up to this hill in the background, where the botanical gardens are, or possibly down to this one here. So you've got 2 hill options there. And a perfect year guess. I was glad to change that one at the last minute. Okay, let's see if anyone's beaten that one. It's a tricky one to beat, but possible. No one's beat that. Relander very close though, only a couple of 100 points behind me. I think my year guess has probably edged you out there. Fridge, well done, 46,000. Panda 42, Figberg 41, Duda 40. A new member, Wakama Salad 33, nearly 34, and Clergo 27. Unlucky. Okay, I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.